First of all, hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I would like to give a shout out to the brother Philly Dom. It's coming back, and we're gonna hook up on Tuesday. Um, I would like to give a shout out to one of the subscribers, Angela Lee, and she sent me this brother's clip. He called it so actual justice warrior. I like to give a shout out to him for doing this. And I told people this. I told people that the migrants was going to get violent. I told people this. The situation, hey, what's going on? What's the deal, brother? The situation that happened in Randall's Island where a migrant was supposedly stabbed. Now, this is either a cover-up or a confusing situation. Me, I think it may be a cover-up. They're saying that supposedly, allegedly, a security guard stabbed a migrant in the neck, right? 18 people was taken to jail. Now, I'm going to let you see a clip of the brother, actual justice warrior, and he's going to break some stuff down. But I told people that it was coming to this. Thank you. I told people that it was going to get violent. These people are coming here, and what they're doing, they're demanding stuff. You know, America is putting, rolling out the red carpet for these people. But no, they want more and more and more. And what they're doing, they're attacking each other and they're attacking the people here. But I'm going to show you something.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Sean, and today we got to talk about what is going on in the city of New York because migrants are getting into ever more increasing violent instances. And for this story, we're revisiting Randall's Island yet again because there was another brawl, another stabbing, and this situation is getting completely out of hand as the weather is starting to drop. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you to everybody who signed up over at actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
Oh, give me the money. Give me the money. Okay?
And thank you to the podcast listeners, Spotify, Apple, and Google's podcasting platform. So it's crazy to me how a lot of times the news just kind of repeats. It's cyclical, and the same stories seem to reemerge over and over again. And recently on this channel, we actually covered a brawl that broke out at a migrant shelter processing center where people would go in order to...
Now, this place is Randall's Island. And I know a couple of people who is in Randall's Island. Now, Randall's Island is not a good place to be. Randall's Island is very, violent. If you go there, some people go there because they're in the street. Some people go there because some of them come out of prison and they have to rehabilitate themselves. They have to start there. But these migrants, I'm noticing everywhere they go, they cause nothing but chaos. Everywhere. They go everywhere and they're causing nothing but violence. They're stealing and they're causing chaos. Listen, we understand a lot of them come here for asylum seeking. We understand that. But I'm telling you, there's some type of slickness going here. Because let me ask you a question. Joe Biden went on a lot of Black Americans' platforms. They went on the platform and they told blacks they was going to do this and they was going to do that. And he went on other platform, but he was specifically targeting the Black American community. He gets in the Black American community. He tells Black people what he's going to do for them, right? And then when he gets in it, he does nothing. So Black people said, wait a minute, you lied to us. You told us you was going to do this. You told us you was going to do that. He said, oh, I don't have to do what you telling me to do. And eventually you're going to have to get used or working with the Spanish community, with Latin people, right? So the Blacks said, okay, we got you. We know what you did. You scammed us. So the Blacks went over to Trump and said, Trump, yeah, that's the man we should have stayed with. So Biden lost half of the Black American community. So you know what he did? He said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the Hispanic community because there's a lot of Hispanic people. And I'm going to go and I'm going to bring them here because this is my perspective of the whole thing. I'm going to bring them here because Spanish people grow into a lot. They have a lot of kids. There's a lot of them. And we're going to bring some here. We're going to bring some here to override the Black American community. Biden did some slick moves, man. Biden did this. He did this. And now it's all blowing up in his face and everybody else's faces because they're coming here and they're violent, man. They're violent.
To apply for shelter for the cold weather and a stabbing on Randall's Island. Well, guess what? It seems like those stories have been combined because now we have a story of a brawl that broke out, a melee as being described by the press, where one person ended up being stabbed, and apparently during the whole course of the chaos of this altercation, a security guard might have been the one who actually stabbed this person. Now, how this came to be, you will find out in a little bit, but it is important to note that these situations are getting more and more chaotic due in large part to the fact that shelter space is limited. You have a 30-day time period where you can stay before you're moved out if you're a single person, 60 days if you're a family, and this is creating problem after problem at these specific areas. And we don't have to be dealing with this problem, but for the fact that the national border policy just lets all of these immigration
was pissing me off to the pits of my stomach, and it's really, really making me upset that they're doing this and they're going all out for these asylum seekers, migrants, illegal aliens, whatever you want to call them, and then the homeless people are sleeping in freezing cold weather. I went to work Saturday, which was yesterday, and the same guy that's from America, he is in the same corner and doubled up with covers in the weather that was -8 degrees. And then you got these veterans that went to war. Listen, man, ever since I was a kid, I love veterans. I love the Army, Navy, Air Force. I looked up. I should have kicked myself in the butt of not going to the service because my sister went and my brother went. They served 25 years in the Navy. I should have went, but I've always looked up to veterans. And they got these veterans being kicked out of motels and their housing to put these people in. And these people are so spoiled. They're so spoiled that they want. These America is rolling out the red carpet for them. They're not doing this for American people. They're not doing this for veterans, but they're doing it for them. And they still fighting, they're still stealing, and they're still doing a lot of chaos. A lot of chaos.
All of these immigration fraudsters into our country.
Tell you about a wild chain of events under investigation on Randall's Island tonight. A fight that turned into a melee outside the migrant shelter there. And wait until you hear who's accused of stabbing an asylum seeker.
So that intro right there is actually annoying me right off the top. Of course, it's NBC News. And of course, they say, oh my God, wait till you hear who is accused of stabbing an asylum seeker. First and foremost, these people are committing asylum fraud. Obviously, that is what is going on. We know that's what's happening because a lot of these people are saying that New York City is worse than their home country, and they kind of want to go back to their home country based on the minimal amount of snow that they experienced here in the United States of America.
Now, this is what I want to know. This is what I want to know. This is what I want to know. This guy knew what he was doing. We got scammed. And you know when I knew the jig was up? This is when I knew the jig was up. This is when I knew the jig was up, when you had blacks and Spanish people that's from here and the Spanish people that had to come here legally. Legally, they had to wait for paperwork. They had to wait for a lot of stuff. They had a Trump rally in the South Bronx. In the South Bronx, they had a Trump rally. When you know it gets to the South Bronx, when you know it gets to the hood, and people in the hood starts waking up, it's a problem, man. Joe Biden had this plan from the beginning. He knew he needed some people so he can beat out the blacks and the Caucasians and the Spanish people that's here already, man. He knew it. He knew it. He knew it. And what kills me, you keep saying a security guard, a security guard, a security guard stabbed somebody. Where's the security guard? Till this day, when this happened a couple of days ago. Where's the security guard that supposedly stabbed this asylum seeker? First they saying they don't know who did it. Then they saying it probably was another asylum seeker. Now they saying there was a security guard. Where's the security guard that did it? I don't see the security guard's face. They never even brought the security guard that stabbed this asylum seeker. Where's he at?
Minimal amount of snow that they experience here in the United States of America, which we will cover in a later video. But point being, if you're claiming asylum, i.e. you're going to be killed or persecuted in your home country, and that's why you have to be in the United States of America, why would cold weather here in the United States of America, where you're not under threat of being killed by the government, make you think that this is a worse situation than your home country? The only reason that is the case is because you came here for certain benefits. One of the reasons why these migrants are coming to New York City.
This brother is very smart. This brother is very smart. You come here for free food, money, and a place to live, because I know somebody that's Spanish that spoke to somebody that's an asylum seeker, and they said the reason why half of them came here because you get free stuff in New York City. He told me this yesterday. He said he spoke to some asylum seekers. Some of them said they have no problem in their country. They coming here for the free stuff. They coming here for free housing. They coming here for free money. Meanwhile, taxpayers like us are busting our behind, and half of us are living paycheck to paycheck. Are living paycheck to paycheck. And the crazy thing about it was, I don't care because I work. But I know when they was having this disagreement with the reparations for the so-called blacks, I don't care. I work. When they was having that, they said they had no money for reparations. But mysteriously, money just pops up out of nowhere for these people. I remember when the COVID went down and they didn't want to give us no more money weekly or monthly because they said they had no more money to give us. But mysteriously, money just pops out of nowhere for Ukraine, Israel, and for the asylum seekers. When people here were struggling with that COVID, it was working paycheck to paycheck, and they had no money to give us no more stimulus check. All the money's gone. We got no more money to block. But when Ukraine gets in trouble, mysteriously money goes there. Israel gets in trouble, mysteriously money goes there. When the asylum seekers come, all of a sudden the money goes bloop. Where Houdini just passed the money. They just passed the money. Boy, these people are conning us from left and right. If we don't get Trump back in there, Trump 2024, I don't care if everybody hates me, but Trump got to fix this, man. If you have other people from other countries, other leaders saying, listen, the only way y'all going to be fixed, if Trump comes back in. Other than that, you have a problem. Y'all got a problem.
Make no mistake, they're voluntarily coming here. The Texas program to ship migrants to sanctuary cities is only a small portion of the overall migrants in New York City, and that is because they expect a right to housing. They expect to be hoteled like previous cycles of migrants in expensive Central Park South hotels.
Volunteer ads argue the city should put these migrants in some of the most expensive.
Sorry about that. It went to a commercial. Actually, that's where the video ended. The video ended right there. But this is what's going on, man. They had no money for this. They had no money for that. You disrespect veterans. Veterans go to war to make sure we are safe. These veterans go to war losing limbs, losing their lives, becoming mentally ill, and you can't do nothing for them. You got people that have been working, but something happened to them. They're working, paying taxes, making billions of money for these corporations, and something happened to them. And you mean to tell me they're in the street? But Migrants come here and we want, okay, are we gonna give it to you? We gonna give it to you. Don't worry about it. We gonna give it to you. This is what they're doing, man. They making Americans look like a bunch of idiots, man. We look like a bunch of idiots in our own country that we pay taxes, man. How does this happen in the United States? Remember, I was born here. I was raised here and I love it here. I was born here. I was raised here and I love it here. But something, if we don't get together as the small people, the smaller class, and we don't get together and find a solution to our problem, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. We're going to be bent with no grease. These people are stealing and starting fights. This is like the third or fourth, fifth fight that they have. And I'm saying mysteriously, nobody's getting deported. Yeah, the Democrats screwed us. Yes, they did. They definitely screwed the Spanish and black community. Oh, they've been screwing blacks and Spanish. Forget the grease. They put cement and put the thing in there, just let it stay there. They've been doing it for the longest, man. I don't believe that these people, and then they blame a security guard, but nobody, where's the security guard at? Mysteriously, they saying it was a security guard. Then they saying it was another migrant, but then they saying it was a security guard that had a small object or a knife on him. But nobody brings the security guard up. Where is he at? So are they trying to cover this up that somebody, another migrant again for the second time, and they don't want no problem, so they have to blame it on the security guard. A security guard working hard hours in Randall's Island, probably underpaid, and you're gonna blame the security guard. Hard working, and he's gonna be the scapegoat for what happened. He is going to be the scapegoat, man. This crap has to stop. We as American people better stick together. Yes, vote the Democrats out. They got to go. Yeah, you're right. A lot of them are getting only $12 an hour. So you're going to blame him. But nobody mysteriously wears the security. I work public safety, man. Where is he at? Hard workers, man. The small people like us, plumbers, electricians, security, police department, fire department, nurses, EMTs, gardeners, construction, everybody that works hard are being